Hello boaters, how are you doing today? This is from the Helm with MarineMax, episode 2. We're pretty excited to be coming to you live from the beautiful Clearwater store, MarineMax Clearwater store here in Clearwater, Florida. So sorry about the technical delay, it was just a little bit late, but we're glad to be here.
I was in hair and makeup, sorry, we can totally blame it on me, it's
Exactly.
my fault.
It was actually me, she's covering for me. So, but we're excited to be here. There's a lot to talk about today. We have a special guest, so let's get right to it. So this week, we are going to be talking about the start of boating season.
Oh yes.
We're pretty exciting. It's finally, the ice is starting to thaw.
Oh yeah. I've got parents in Michigan, and I know that they're looking forward to getting the dock in and getting the boats in and boating all summer long.
Yeah, and I saw a video not too long ago from a Nautique actually up in Minnesota, and they were actually wakeboarding behind, and you could see kind of like some slush and stuff on the lake.
Too cold. That's too cold for me.
Yeah. So again, start boating season. We're also going to be talking about a lot of industry news, tons of really good things going on from companies like Azimuth, Aquila. MarineMax Vacations, there's a big announcement coming there.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a special guest, Colin Hymanson, who's the general manager of MarineMax Clearwater. So we're really excited. Ton to get to. So let's start it off, shall we?
Yes. Well, if we didn't take a moment to introduce ourselves, I'm Lisa. I'm co-hosting this week.
And I am Kelly Berry. Nice to meet you.
Yes. And as we look forward to the boating season, we got a lot coming up. Obviously, Mother's Day, huge in May. That is May 13th. If you haven't gotten mom flowers, candy, cards, whatever, you know what? You should get a boat, yeah. Or at least organize a day out on the boat with mom. You know, get the grandkids, or even just a day with her kids. What a great way to spend it with mom. Another big holiday, Memorial Day in May. Do you have any plans for Memorial Day?
I'll try and get out on the water, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And I know, again, people from the north, one of the main things you do on Memorial Day is you finally are able to get out on the water. So
oh, yeah.
I'm sure they're pretty excited.
And if you are a MarineMax owner, a great place to look for something to do if you're curious is MarineMax.com. We actually host getaways, and Memorial Day is a great weekend. We usually... a lot of stores are having something going on, so definitely check out the website, contact the local marketing coordinator to get some more information and possibly go boating with the group. All right, so moving on to more fun boating season. It's Boating Safety Week in May,
Sure
the
is.
19th through the 25th. And I know this guy right here has a lot of boating safety tips. He's done a series of videos that are on our YouTube channel.
Yep.
What's new in boating safety tips this week?
Fenders, actually. Captain Keith, who you saw last month, he's going to be talking fenders. So a lot of people, there's a lot of things, you know, do I use a fender? When do I not use a fender? Captain Keith kind of goes into all that, talks about how to properly tie on your fender and get you out on the water in a safe and efficient way. So be sure to check that out. That's a good one.
And be sure to put your fenders back in the boat when you're underway.
I was going to talk about that. So often you see people kind of riding down the channel and, you know, they got the fenders hanging off the side. And I know a lot of times it's, you know, if you can get those fenders back on board, I think less people will be looking at your boat. That's for sure, if that's what you want.
All right, so more to come this summer is Show Us Your Burgee. So the past couple of years, MarineMax has done this great campaign where we produce a Burgee, which is a triangular flag that signifies like a sailing club or a boating club, and usually has an emblem on it. And we ask our customers to hashtag Show Us Your Burgee and share your boating adventures with us all summer. We've had in the past everything from skydiving to scuba diving. I know you've been world traveling with a Burgee. Where have you gone?
I was actually in Cape Town, South Africa.
South Africa.
My fiance's home country. So that was
Shout
really...
out to the fiance.
Shout out. Yeah, but that was really cool. I mean, it was hard to even hold it. The winds were so strong, and at the peninsula, the Indian Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean. So
what
pretty cool.
That's a cool idea.
And if you guys have any cool things to do with your Burgees, be sure, you know, just take some pictures, hold it up, get a couple shots, and do the
hashtag Show Us Your Burgee. Oh yes. All right. So continuing on.
Sure.
It's also MarineMax's 20th anniversary this year, so we have a lot of celebrations locally. We've got a lot. We actually have a Burgee to celebrate the 20th anniversary.
Limited edition.
Limited edition, of course.
Get yours while it's hot.
We're just going to celebrate 20 wonderful years of boating, so definitely keep an eye on MarineMax.com, all your stores' local events, and try to get down. I know we're going to be doing giveaways and just connecting with our customers and telling boating stories is kind of what we do.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool. I mean, just to see, and we talked about it last time a little bit, it's just cool to see all these different places and people and how they've all kind of converged and combined to become what MarineMax is today. So it's pretty exciting to see that.
Yes, very exciting.
Sure.
All right, last on my list is service.
Yes.
If you have not scheduled service for your boat, please do that. I know up north that was a big deal. If we didn't have the boat, you know, ready to go that first beautiful day, I was like, Dad, come on, get the boat in the water. We gotta wait till next weekend.
Sure.
And then the next weekend was 35 again. So
Yeah.
definitely schedule your service early, make sure your boat's ready to go. So when you get that beautiful day, you can hop in the boat with the family and get on the water ASAP.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's just getting your boat ready, get it de-winterized and ready for spring recommissioning, as they call it. But yeah, get it ready, get out on the water again. For us people in Florida, we don't really have to deal with the winterization and the spring recommissioning too much, but it's always good to have your shape, your
annual service, get it going for a checkup.
Yep, get it ready to go.
All right, so
Okay.
make sure to leave any questions, comments in the notes below. We definitely want to hear from you, our customers, our listeners.
Yep.
You know, shoot them up. We're live right now. We've got our producer Sarah in the back. She'll call you out. She'll shout it out. She'll ask your questions. Definitely want to hear from you. And I know,
Definitely.
Kelly, you're about to take us into some industry news.
Definitely, and it's something that's always exciting. I mean, there's a ton going on in the boating industry, and I want to start with Azimut. Azimut Esposizione, I think they call it.
Yeah, say that one more time for me.
Esposizione.
Very
As Federico Ferrante, president of Azimut Yachts USA, always says. He's said it so many times that I've been like, okay, that's how it's said, and I'm going to remember that for the next time.
Esposizione, I love
it came
it.
in handy. But what the Esposizione is pretty much just an event from MarineMax Pompano Yacht Center, getting all the customers and team members together, and it's just incredible. You have pretty much every Azimut yacht you can possibly think of in one location at one time. And it was just incredible to see the Magellanos, the Flybridges, the Verve, and the Grande, which we're going to be talking about a little bit more. I mean, the Grande Metri line is just incredible if you
Wow.
haven't been aboard. Have you been aboard?
I have not. Definitely
gosh.
on my list of to-dos.
Yes, there's the 27, the 30, the 35, I believe, and they're just insane boats. And if you get one out on the water, you can just kind of feel how large this boat actually
Oh,
is.
the Italian luxury.
Yes, the Italian luxury, it's beyond anything you can possibly think of in those boats.
Wow.
So very cool. That was this past month, and that wrapped up, and it was a ton of fun. And be sure we have a video on MarineMax YouTube and Facebook, MarineMax Yachts, talking all about that, showing how much fun everybody had, so be sure to check that out. But I'm going to transition a little bit to MarineMax Service Express. So MarineMax Service Express is our app, and it kind of allows you to schedule your servicing all directly from the app. So it's something that, you know, in this day and age of using cell phones and various technologies like that, it makes things a lot easier to be like, you know what, I need my boat in the water. Or let me check on the status of my service and see how my boat's coming along. And it's pretty cool because then the service technicians can write in there any kind of notes that they possibly have for your boat to get you back on the water. So
very cool.
Other than that, we have Aquila. Of course, we always love to talk about Aquila Power Catamarans, if you didn't know. And they won a few awards.
Tell me more, Kelly Berry.
Internationally as well. I believe it was at the Singapore Boat Show. They were the winner of the best multi-hull motor yacht at the Asia Boating Awards.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is very cool.
Have you been aboard that boat?
I have
The
been
36?
aboard multiple Aquilas because we have a local dealership down in St. Pete that is kind of like the hub. They're actually celebrating Tequila on the Aquila tomorrow,
Yes.
May 4th. And they've invited their customers in. If you're in the St. Pete area, stop by. You can see the 36 live and in person.
Yep.
Amazing catamaran. You will not believe this vessel. So definitely, if you're in the area, stop by.
The docking's pretty easy on that too, right?
Docking is very easy. I actually got to play around with the joystick docking with Harry,
Yes,
the brand
Harry Mountain.
manager. Yep, and it's a huge boat, this giant catamaran, and I docked it no problem. No experience prior either, so
Yeah.
which is why they picked me.
And yeah, that joystick docking just makes things so much easier. I mean, back in the days of, well, I don't know, this is a pretty large boat. I'm not sure I'm at the skill level of docking something like this. You can basically take a novice boater and have them dock a boat easy. So it's really cool. And MarineMax Vacations. really exciting again.
Yes.
And they have launched their all-new website.
Yes, I've seen it. It's beautiful.
So MarineMaxVacations.com is the website. Be sure to check that out as soon as you can, and you can also actually get there from the MarineMax website as well. So lots of new things, a ton of cool content showing exactly what you can do down in the islands. I mean, what can you not do down in the islands?
No, sky's the limit.
Yeah, and of course those are on aboard the beautiful Power Catamarans as well. We have a new Nanny Key is our new base, and it'll be opening soon. So if you have any questions or you want to get more information about this new base, be sure to check out the website and give us a call, and we'll be able to help you out.
All right.
So moving along here, without further ado, I would like to bring in our special guest here. His name is Colin Hymanson. He is the general manager of MarineMax Clearwater. Obviously, you have a ton of stuff that you can see behind us here, but we'll start with Nautique. I know that they have a new Nautique, the Ski Nautique, coming out. What can you tell us just in general about Nautique?
So the Ski Nautique, the new boat that just was launched last week, is really special, right? If you think about 25 years ago, if you talked about, I'm going to buy a Nautique, there was really one model, right? The Ski Nautique. Yeah. And so they've gone back to the heritage with a cutting edge styling, very unique looking boat. It's got a combination of carbon fiber and traditional fiberglass construction, and it's really special to have a new era in 3 event boats. Because of the way that they've designed the hull and with the lightweight materials, the Ski Nautique was known for a nice soft and bubbly wake, so that when you're slalom skiing, it's very seamless to go across the wake.
Just skim.
And with the new materials that they've put into the new boat, it's really spectacular. It makes the best 3 event wake in the business.
Well, and I know that also they worked on perfecting that reduced spray off the sides to kind of minimize that interference for skiers. But also they have this new thing called the micro tuner, apparently, which kind of directs the water flow for better skiing, better skiing experience.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. The wake is soft and bubbly, really small, not a lot of spray, super clean. It's a delight to ski behind it.
Wow.
Well, and I'm sure they'll be getting some Ski Nautiques here at MarineMax Clearwater, and of course there's a ton of other Nautiques, including the G23, G25. I mean,
yeah, we have the G and the GS series here. Terrific boats, right? A lot of the Nautique buyers today, guys like me that maybe wanted a Ski Nautique 25 years ago, but maybe the knees aren't as good now. Like we surf, instead of slalom ski.
Sure.
So. The G series and the GS series boats are great wake surf boats, great wakeboard boats. They also you take the weight out of them and bring the surf system up. They make a fantastic slalom boat too.
And just a good pleasure boat, right? Just one you can hang out.
The great family boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's be sure to check out Nautique's lineup at MarineMax.com and also on our websites, and we'll be able to help you out with that. Also. Sea Ray, the Sundancer 520. Have you heard about this boat? I'm sure you have.
I've been on board. The boat is phenomenal. It's available with a wide variety of customization. You can select different woods, floors, fabrics for the interior. The natural light in the upper salon cockpit is unbelievable. They've done a great job with big windows and lots of visibility. The boat's absolutely awesome.
Well, and it's I know that there's a lot of cool accent lighting with LED technology these days. They made it easier and cooler to where you can just have some really cool ambient lighting going on too.
Yeah, the lighting is phenomenal, and they have digital switching, so you can control all the lighting from the boat from the dash. The whole boat you can save some settings, so you can dial it in, right? So you've got that 6:30 at night setting, you got the 10:30 at night setting.
Oh, nice. I got that. Yeah, it comes in handy, right? Yeah. And it's these technologies are getting a lot easier too, where you don't have to be some sort of computer whiz to get this done. It's pretty much just a touch and go.
What's really remarkable is all of the new chart plotters, and the 520 features chart plotters from Ray Marine, but they operate a lot like an iPad. So we found that when we're doing orientations with customers, the electronics orientations are a lot easier than they once were, because the pinch and zoom and all the things that everyone's used to on a telephone or a tablet, it's how the chart plotter operates today, and it's very intuitive and is great for our customers.
Oh, that's cool. Got a couple more brands. I'd love to keep you here all day because there's just a ton going on. But
I'd love to stay with you all day.
So we have the Aquila 36, Aquila 48. What are some of the benefits that you see from the Aquila brand?
The brand is phenomenal. We just offloaded a 36 back here in the yard this morning. Just came for a customer here in St. Petersburg. The boat is remarkable. For a 36-footer, the cockpit space is unmatched. To have a 2-cabin, 2-head boat with in a 36-foot platform is really something special. And again, a very customizable boat. You can put different modules in the aft cockpit. So if you're interested in being able to do some offshore fishing or just a cruising boat, there's different ways you can configure the boat.
I saw that they have a fishing version of this boat now.
They do, yeah. And
it's live well and
yeah, it's really cool. So it's it's not a hardcore offshore fishing boat, but it's certainly a gentleman's fishing boat.
There you go.
I like that. It's definitely a gentleman's fishing boat. Somebody where you can just kind of, chill out, hang out. People are relaxing, but if you want to kind of cast a couple lines or something like that, you can get it done.
Yeah, but certainly a blue water boat, right?
Yeah.
You can run offshore and really get after the fishing.
That's true. And last but not least is we talked about it a little bit earlier, but the Azimuth Grande lineup. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about what your thoughts are on the Grande lineup.
The Azimuth Grandes are unbelievable. Again, like we talked about, use of carbon fiber, huge windows, lots of natural ambient light in the spaces, and because of the location where they're manufactured, they can source what we think are pretty exotic materials, right? When you're standing in the yard at Via Reggio where they build the boat, you can look up in the mountains and see where they actually mine the granite and the stone that they use for the countertops and flooring in the boat. And
I heard a story where they actually, one time one of the customers they let him pick out his exact slab of the marble too.
From the mountain.
From the actual mine. They went in and he said, I want that right there.
Yeah, that's exactly what they will do, and they'll actually look at the veins in the rock and say, well, this piece might be better than that one because this is where the sink would get cut, etc. And it's really a special process.
Sure.
We're fortunate that we're able to actually stock some of those boats. So we have some finished Azimuth Grande product available in the United States that you could deliver immediately.
That's true.
Doesn't mean you can't still take a trip to Italy. You don't have to wait to have the boat.
I'm sure they could help you out with that if you were looking to go to Italy and check it out too. So thank you very much for coming by.
We'd
love, again, like I said, we'd love to have you all day long. But we appreciate
you got boats to sell. I know that.
That's right. Well, thank you, and everybody on Facebook, have a great afternoon.
Cool.
Thanks
for
having
me.
me.
Colin. You appreciate it. But it sounds like we have a few shout-outs.
We do. So we would like to thank Bob, Matt, and Abby for tuning in. Please comment below if you have anything you'd like us to talk about, either to this episode or perhaps for next episode. Throw us a curveball. We'll do some research. We'll get it back to you. Definitely, it looks like we do have a couple questions. Let's see. Are there any age restrictions for kids in boating? You know what? That kind of varies by state, but I definitely encourage you, if you are interested in any classes, we do kids in boating, we do intro to boating.
Women on water.
Women on water is very popular. There's a plotting and navigation course that I've not yet taken, but I would like to, where you learn how to actually plot and nav, by the stars. It's very cool. And Matt says Captain Keith rocks. That is awesome because Captain Keith does teach that class. But back to kids in boating and age restrictions. Definitely varies by state, but if you are interested, contact your local MarineMax store and ask. And if they don't have a kids in boating class on their schedule, suggest it. Say, hey, I've got a couple kids. We boat all the time. We're an owner. We're definitely interested in hearing more about it because, boating starts with the kids.
Yeah, and it's something that I wish I would have had when I was a little kid too.
So how did you learn to boat?
Well, honestly, working at MarineMax has really taught me the most about boating. It's something, being around these guys and just kind of, and ladies, and just kind of hearing what they have to say and watching what they do. And especially, of course, being next to Captain Keith shooting all these different videos.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's the majority of what I've learned about the boating safety and how to properly boat comes from MarineMax in general. So if it helps me, it can definitely help you and your family. So be sure to check that out.
Yes, and also we see that Anna Marie has just tuned in. Hey, girl.
How you doing, Anna Marie?
And we have another question. what are the different types of life jackets? 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is actually a great question, and I happen to have my Boat Smart guide right here. You can pick these up at one of your local MarineMax stores.
Sure.
And in here, it goes over a lot of different things, but different types of life jackets are one of those things. So type 1 is a wearable offshore jacket, and those are the ones with the collars and the reflectors, usually in heavy duty, sorry, I'm looking behind, heavy duty fishing charters. Type 2 is a wearable nearshore one, which is like the orange around the collar, and it's just your standard like ski vest.
Sure.
Type 3 is a wearable flotation aid, like another ski vest, just a little bit heavy dutier. Type 4 is a throwable ring buoy, and then there's actually type 5, which is by special use for people you see wearing in construction on a bridge or a barge.
Oh yeah.
It's just a different
working
type.
close to water.
Yeah. So the normal ones that you and I would wear, types 2 and 3.
See, like when I was growing up, going back to the good old days again, the only one I even thought existed was that huge orange one that you had to wear, and sitting out on the lake, it was just kind of like, I don't know. But it's good to see that there's things that are out there that are a lot smaller and easier to wear and not so obtrusive.
Yes. All right.
And we had another question actually. How many MarineMax stores are there? There's actually 62 MarineMax stores at this current time, and that's obviously growing all the time. All over the country, you can find a MarineMax store, especially in Florida where we have a ton. But I mean, of course, where there's water, there's usually MarineMax.
Yeah, and that's fun to have 62 locations because we do a lot of trips up and down the coast.
Sure.
So as you're running down the coast and you're making your way from New York to Key West, you can stop at a MarineMax store and have your boat serviced or pick up some snacks, whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
All right, so we have one last shout out to our fan of the month, who is Albert Lismy. I'm sorry if I pronounced your last name incorrectly. He is from Baltimore, and he's been shouting out at us on Instagram, and we think you're awesome too, Albert.
How you doing, Albert?
Have you been up to the Baltimore store recently?
I have been up there a couple times actually, and it's honestly in one of the most beautiful locations. I mean, you're pretty much overlooking Baltimore Harbor. I don't know if that's what it's actually called, but I'm not from there.
Call him out if you know what it's called.
It's a harbor in Baltimore, and you're pretty much seeing the skyline of Baltimore. It's
okay,
really
I bet
cool.
that's fantastic.
And you just have such a good opportunity, just pretty much from the store itself, just to take off and do a sea trial and try out some of these great boats.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get up there. I know in July,
Yes.
our pal Greta Andrews, marketing up in Baltimore area, she does a big MarineMax Yacht Expo where
Correct.
she brings in all of our big brands, and it's just over the top event. If you're in the Baltimore area this summer, again, look at MarineMax.com, search the Baltimore store, and
Yeah, be
RSVP
sure to check
for that.
Yeah, RSVP. I mean, if you reach out to us, I'm sure we can get some tickets for you and get you to that event. But it really is incredible. It's your opportunity to see all the Sea Rays, azimuths, Ocean Alexander, Galleon yachts. I mean, all these different yachts all in one place in one of the most beautiful places in the Mid-Atlantic region. So
There you go.
check that out for sure.
All right, so if you are a subscriber to our newsletter, you know that you received that just earlier yesterday. If you're not a subscriber, you can go to MarineMax.com and submit your information there and become a subscriber. So once a month, it's the first Wednesday of the month, we send out a newsletter with all types of boating information. Some of the stuff we've covered today goes in a lot more detail. It's a great newsletter.
It's a way to condense all the things that are happening in boating into basically something that's digestible and bite-sized, where you can check out and see what's happening in the world of MarineMax and in the world of boating.
So this month, we actually planted a little Easter egg in there. So it's a little symbol that's on top of one of the images in that newsletter. So if you've received it, take a look at that newsletter and comment below and let us know what the image is or what article it appeared on, and we will pick a winner and we'll send you a prize.
I think I have an idea as to what it is. I'm not going to say it, but
I know exactly what it is, and I'm also not going to say it. So comment below and we'll pick a winner and send you some sweet MarineMax swag.
yeah, and again, be sure to sign up for the MarineMax newsletter. It comes out every month, and again, just a really good resource for all things boating. So, that kind of wraps up everything that happened today. I wish we could keep going. I mean, there's just a ton to get through. But if you guys are looking for more about the boating lifestyle, where your MarineMax location is, all of our manufacturers from Sea Ray to Galleon Yachts to Boston Whaler to Ocean Alexander to Nautique to I could go on forever.
It's a good
but
list.
it's a good list of the best in the business. And Be sure to check out our website, MarineMax.com. Again, like I said, we have the MarineMax Vacations website. You have to check that out at MarineMaxVacations.com. On our social media, which you're streaming this from right now, check out our Facebook pages. Of course, MarineMax Leisure, MarineMax Yachts, to get all the information about things that are happening in the world of our yachts and our larger vessels.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, you also have a ton of different pages for your local MarineMax. So if you're thinking, or you know that there's a MarineMax in your area, just type it into Facebook and you'll have it more information popping up right there that's more localized directly for you.
Yeah.
So, and of course, YouTube.
Yep, MarineMax on YouTube.
We have an ever-growing fan base on YouTube, and we just have a ton of great content, from boat walkthroughs to event coverage to store promos. I mean, it's pretty much anything you could want in the world of boating.
It is. Great footage, too.
Yeah.
Mostly shot by this guy. And then Instagram.
Yes, Instagram. My personal favorite. Comes in handy. It's easy, and there you go.
Yep, at MarineMax Online on Instagram. And then, again, thank you so much for tuning in with us. If you have any questions, even after we're done streaming live, please pop them in there. We're very good at answering, and we'll get back to you, or we'll use it for content for our next show, which is going to be on June 7th. Again, it's the first Thursday of every month. Next month it's June 7th, and we'll get back to you guys with times on that.
We also have a special episode coming up
special
too.
episode.
Not going to say anything else, but there's a special episode coming up in June. So be sure to be on the lookout for that. We'll tell you a little bit more at our social media, different channels, and on MarineMax.com. So tune in.
All right. Thanks, guys.
We'll see you out on the water.